Yeah, we on Boss Talk 101. Yeah, we gon' talk, we gon' have fun. We be on fire, we be lit. It's a unique hustle, big.
Check it. It's Unique Hustle. It's your boy ECO, and I'm here with the lovely, amazing, official Miss Jamaica. What's going on?
None, you know, there walk on. I want y'all to stop what you're doing right now. Go like, subscribe, follow us from all social media platforms. When I mean all, I mean our Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, Snapchat, you name it, we're on it. Just Google us, Boss Talk Podcast 101. We'll pop up first in line, I guarantee you. But y'all see us on the streets and talk about, man, I love what y'all doing. Keep up the good work. How can we be a part of Boss Talk? This is how you can be a part of Boss Talk. Under each and every interview, including this one right here in the description section below, there's a link that says join our membership. Click that link, follow all the instructions, and that's how you get to see all the exclusive content that y'all been asking us, where's this interview, where's that interview? You gotta be a member to see it. But that's not the only way you can see this exclusive content. If you download the Boss Talk 101.app in Apple or Google store, you'll get to see all the exclusive content there as well. And to get all the fly merch, y'all always trying to order the merch and stuff, that's how you can order the merch. Download our app right now, Boss Talk 101.app.
Oh, man, listen, man. Hey, y'all heard what she said. Listen, I'm telling you right now, guys, I got a special treat in here for you today. This guy's family. This is my partner, and I had to have him back on here because I be wanting to know what's going down on them units.
Yes, sir.
It's going down, man. Boss Man Brewster's in the building. Big reform movement.
Big reform.
Man, thank you so much for coming on the show, man. I just want to tell you, first of all, man, thank you for your contribution. You help a cause that I've been through. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
And that's what make, if you watch Boss Talk, it's always a special place for me, for the ones who come home and be doing the right thing, who done been out here on these streets helping to show others not to go back into the system or going back into the system motivating others. He one of the only ones that I know that be doing that, man. And I just want to know, man, like, what have you been seeing when you've been going into them, you know, into them units, man?
So let me first start out by thanking Boss Talk, Miss Jamaica, for the contribution y'all playing to the community. Not only is, you know, y'all a station that gives out a lot of information, but y'all give it both sides, not just one side, not just all of the riffraff. Y'all make sure that the community is also aware of all the great things that's taking place. So
come on,
I want to applaud y'all for that. And as far as going into the units, you know, I travel the country going into different institutions, but as of lately, one of the biggest things that has just been mind-blowing to me is when I go into them prisons and I'm standing on them rec yards. I would have died for them clowns on that rec yard. Not only would I have died for them, I would have been willing to kill for one of them, only to find out some years later that it would have been in vain.
Wow.
Them very same guys that I was willing to die for, that I was willing to kill for inside that institution, today in 2025, they nowhere to be found.
Wow.
Yes, sir. And just that realization and that reality, it just seemed to have really hit me like a ton of bricks. Like, man, you would have gave your life for these boys, man. I'm talking about I would have been willing to do a live sentence for these boys, only to find out, man, that would have been in vain.
Wow. Explain.
When you said there's nowhere to be found, are these people still in prison or are they out now?
Man, a lot of these guys are in society. Guys I've put my life on the line for. Guys I've taken penitentiary chances for. Guys I've had my woman taking chances for. I'm talking about, man, these guys are nowhere to be found, all because I changed my life. All because I'm not Lil K no more. Me not wanting to be the little young crash dummy no more has made them want to distance themselves. Mm-hmm. Yeah, but which is not a bad thing. I'm only so hurt because I'm like, man, I would have really gave my life for them, only to find out it would have been for nothing.
But you're looking at the person, you saying they distancing themselves. God is distancing them from you for a reason.
You better know
wow.
it. Talk heavy, Miss Jamaica. Talk heavy, Miss Jamaica.
Yeah.
It's just the reality of it for me. That's even as I can give you a prime example. I got a partner that's in prison. He just died down there in prison.
He died down there.
He died in prison. This man been in prison.
And he wasn't on death row.
No, he was on death row at one point.
Okay.
He got a sentence overturned. They gave him life.
Okay, gotcha.
He been locked up almost 25, 30 years. He's been locked up 25, 30 years. Some of these guys they ain't sent this man a letter. 50 cent, 10 cent.
What did he die from?
I believe it involved drugs. I don't have the whole specific details of it, but I do know he died down there. But my thing is, now that he done died, you'll see him on the internet talking about, long live and we miss you. And man, where was all this energy when he was doing the time? See, I don't want you to wait till I die to start acknowledging me and to showing me love. Give me my love right now while I'm here.
No, I agree 100%.
But that's live. You see that happen. That's been happening from the beginning of the time. That's how people are.
You say that's been happening, right?
It's been happening.
This the sad part about it. Why we just not seeing it if it's just not... You say it's been happening. That's but in the streets, that's why the big reform movement is so important. Because I want them youngsters to see, hey, homie, I want you to learn this right now before it's too late. You giving that first-hand loyalty to a second-hand cause, homie. You finna keep it all the way 100 with these boys, man. Only to find out 5 to 10 years from now, it means nothing. These boys won't be nowhere around. The moment they find out they can't get nothing from you, the moment you not the little homie no more, the moment all the roles change and things reverse, man, them people distance themselves from you and act like you don't even exist.
Yeah, see, a lot of people say that stuff. You know, we had Kenny B on here the other day, and he asked him, he's like, when you went down, because I think he was only gone for, what, 2 years?
2 years.
And how many of your friends actually stood by your side? He was like, he was shocked because he can count on his one hand the people that didn't.
That's right. He said they stayed down.
They all stayed down, and you know that's rare to find. But he's like, everybody kept his books full. Everybody kept coming to visit, calling, all of that. Man,
we gonna send a shout out to Kenny B. But the probability of that happening is I'm talking about very slim. Miss Jamaica, you looking at an individual. I used to write guys, send guys pictures, send them money, go visit them, do stuff for their families on the outside, only for them to get out of prison and act like I'm the enemy and go to the very same people who wouldn't even send them 10 cents for a mint stick. You looking at a guy, I ain't talking about I just done it 1 or 2 times. I'm talking about you looking at a guy who kept it real with individual for years, only for them to get out of prison and act as if I'm the enemy. I'm telling you what I know in real time. That's the reason why I be wanting the community and the little homies to know, hey man, don't give all that realness and that loyalty to them clowns because they not deserving of it.
The reason why I say that this been happening from the beginning of the time in all different forms, it doesn't always have to be prison life. Meaning like even your child, if a child has a separated household, that child is always longing for and always want to be around that person that's hardly ever there, compared to the parent who's always by their sides, who's always at the sports game, who's always giving them support. They're looking for that love and respect from the person who comes every now and again or don't even show up. That's the person that they're always, you know, in front of their face, running towards. It's life.
Well, I really hope and pray that the big reform movement is able to be an example to the community, to the homies, about understanding the significance of picking the right people to be involved with. Pick your friends, pick your family. People think family is because we got the same blood. Blood just make us kin. Family is something completely different. You get to pick and choose those that you consider family. I'm 41 years old. And when I reflect over my life, the love and the loyalty and the realness that I've given to individuals, had I gave that to myself and to my family, I ain't no telling where I would be at in life. It actually took me going through all those hurdles,
you have to go through
all that to get to this point of understanding. Everybody's not even deserving of your friendship. They not even deserving of your energy, your time, your space. And it took me to go through a lot of things that I've been through with individuals to understand that. I tell people one of my biggest problems growing up as a kid is that I belittled who I was to fit in with them. I've never been a dummy, but I wanted to be down so bad that I was willing to dim my light so that theirs will be bright. As a grown man in 2025, my light is not to be dimmed, it's to dominate. So I understand the separation between me and a lot of other individuals, because the person who I once was, man, that boy so far dead and gone and removed, it's a wrap on that.
Give me your take on them New Orleans 10
See, I was
got
about
out,
to say
and
that.
then 2 of them still out, Massey and Groves. But the rest of them, the 8 that they took back, they flew a majority of them over to Angola.
Correct.
So what What do you give me your take on that? What do you think when you look at that whole situation?
When I look at that situation, I can look at it from two different ways. If I'm a street guy, I'm caught up in the streets, I'm living like that. If you somebody that's finna go get a life sentence, then I understand. You gone. But when I looked at it and saw some of them guys' charges, man, have you lost your mind? You ran for nothing, bro. You got an assault case. You got a violation of parole. Like out of the 10 people, I think it was only 4 of them that had a real case. The other 6, the blind leading the blind.
But the 2 that's out now, they had major cases, and they knew that it's a chance I may not ever get out again. I thought, man, were they the masterminds of this, and the other was just casualties, or how? It seems
that way.
I'm not sure, but as an individual who come from that lifestyle, I understand. I understand, because when they catch you, it is a game time. It's over with. So I understand, it's the other guys that I was more like perplexed about, like, bro, you was finna go do 3-4 years and you ran? You just turned the 4-5 year situation into a 15-20 year situation. Now, for them 2 that still remaining, I'm like, well, they got some heavy charges, so I could see why they ran. They ran because they don't want to go do that life sentence or that 50 years, cool. But them other guys, man, y'all was just wanting to be down. Let this be an example to the little homies about when you want to be down, the blind leading the blind. This is what happens.
Wow.
But what I want to ask about that situation, because you've been in and out, you've been in prison since that happened?
Uh-huh.
Okay. How has the prisons used that example to probably tighten their security at all these other prisons to make sure that that's not happening at theirs? Have you seen any changes or no?
Well, I can't say necessarily that I've seen any changes as far as security or whatnot, but what I can say is that you can rest believe that every institution across this country has evaluated what took place in New Orleans, and they are preparing and putting in the proper steps and procedures to ensure that don't happen at their facility.
That's what I was wondering.
Taking place didn't do nothing but raise the attention and the awareness all around the country in our corrections department, jails or whatever.
Yeah, because this was a county jail, and that's the thing you got to understand. You got different trustees. It's a little bit more leeway there, but then you got to think about it as you look at these jails, and something I really had to look at is some of the ways they were being treated for as not. They were skipping days on even feeding them.
That's
so and a lot of the facilitators, the maintenance man cut the water off because either somebody flooded the cell or either the water was having issues. But the thing you got to realize is a lot of people helped them from the inside because of the conditions too. And you got Susan Hutton down there, who is she was the sheriff, and then you got Ann Kirkpatrick, who is the superintendent. And they start blaming each other for the facilities. Susan, who is the sheriff, says, I've been writing and trying to get these facilities fixed. And say, no, hell no. You supposed to have that taken care of, and these people supposed to be taken care of. So they now blaming each other. They picked up so many different outsiders to the situation that helped the situation, that aided and abetted. And so it's become a thing where it's a game. Now, all of them trying to play the game. They will get money for it, I believe, for the facility. But what will they do with it? And have they already been getting money and using that money? So it'd be a lot of, both sides, like you said. It ain't just one-sided. It's two sides to every story. There
you go. It's two sides to every story. And I will say what I don't like about it is that's not something that they should have done publicly. Me working with our directors and officials of high prestige, I understand the importance of secrecy. I understand the importance of confidentiality. And when there's an issue, we don't address it publicly. That's something that we would have dealt with behind doors. So the way that they're choosing to speak on it publicly, or it's their fault, it's this fault, that fault, that's not something I'm in agreement with. It kind of makes the system look weak. I don't think in the great state of Texas they would have handled it in that manner.
Yeah, because they basically the dudes left little notes on the wall, where they moved it, because it was some things where both sides of that wall were being worked. It wasn't
but the thing,
they moved the toilet, it's opening.
But this what I want them to know. You doing that, I can promise you it'll never happen again.
No, it'll never happen.
You doing that right there, leaving your little notes, being fly, being slick and smart. You ain't did nothing but make them really apply that pressure.
Yeah.
Oh boy, it's gonna be so hard to try to get out that facility now, boy. Listen to it.
Yeah, hey, listen, man. I just know, man, when you started to get yourself in a situation like you said, if they didn't have a lot of time, that was the most idiotic thing you could do. Man. But now, because you flipped that, you've turned that 2 into a 10. You know what I'm saying?
You done turned that situation
into a 20.
Yes,
you know what I'm saying?
Yes,
you done up the ante. You know what I mean?
Have.
And I didn't know that they had this face track stuff until I was watching this thing where they can see you, say, 700 feet away. That face track, it tracks your face. Like if you ever been in the system, it sends it straight to the department, to the justice system. Man, was you aware of that?
So I wasn't aware of that, but I do know in 2025, between cameras and technology, bro, it's only a matter of time before they get to you. The best way to beat them is not be a criminal.
The best way to beat them is not be a criminal.
The best way to beat them is to not be a criminal. Eventually, they're going to catch you. Technology is so advanced in today's time. Man, when I say the intelligence is like off the hinges with the technology that they putting in place to be able to catch criminals. Riding down your street right now, it's about 20 cameras. You know what I'm saying? So I'm kind of like, man, if you still in the business of committing crimes, man, you tripping.
Tripping.
You tripping.
Man, like when you look at just going, I guess I'm gonna shift gears to the music. Like because I know you love the music. You listen to the music, man. And you hear a lot of critics, no names throwing, but a lot of times you see people jumping on the internet saying this, saying that, calling other people names out and all that. But then they say, no, it's just something they just doing for the sport of it. And they, but it be talking about people who are basically relevant people, you know what I mean, just to get clout. What do you think when you see that on the internet? Is it a process that you agree with, or is it something that you be like, I'm not even watching that?
Yeah, I really don't even get caught up in that, man. That's play land for me, man. I'm a grown. I don't really entertain. You using somebody else's name to put yourself on, that only tell me you ain't got no motion.
That's real.
For you to have to use, so I'm never gonna have to use E name or Miss Jamaica name for something I got going on. I'm kind of real strong and very prideful about my name. If my name can't get it done, I'm kind of like, I don't want it done then.
Yeah.
So when I see rappers calling out other rappers, I kind of think, oh, that's just something for some likes and views. It ain't nothing real. I don't put no real stock into it.
Yeah, because it ain't no sense in even using your time up to even try to even understand what's going on. Because it ain't even something that's real.
Yeah, it's not even real. I'll be strolling to see that and keep going.
What do you think about the music state, the state of music now? Because you're, like I said, you're a connoisseur of the music. You love the music. I told my wife, she said, Boss Man out there? I said, no, that ain't Boss Man. Didn't I say that? I said, cause why did I say it ain't him?
Because he ain't bumping the music.
I said that ain't Boss Man.
So I ain't had that knock banging because I was taking a phone call. But had I not been on that phone, I would have had that darn key banging.
That can't be Brewster.
I will say I love the state of the music. I think it's becoming a little bit more conscious.
Okay.
A little bit more creative. You got individuals who ain't just talking about sliding and riding. Now we talking about hustling, getting money, and I tell people you got to know how to take that music and convert it into whatever your lane or your industry is. When I heard Jeezy talking about moving bricks, I'm thinking about moving loads. When I'm hearing Yo Gotti talking about sitting in the trap, I'm thinking about somebody sitting in a warehouse for 12, 13 hours. That's a trap. So it's really about the way you choose to process the music.
Okay, and so speaking on that, Xnr Doe, Montana 700, Head Honcho Amir, the New Dallas movement. I seen Wallow and Gilly and them down here showing them some love. Like when you see stuff like that, the New Dallas movement, what do you think about those guys' music? Have you listened to it or?
I've heard bits and pieces of it, but just on the strength of the movement that they done put in play, I'm a fan.
Yeah, me too.
Whether I like the music or not, don't even matter. The movement, the way they've orchestrated it, the way they trying to bring the city together, the way they trying to put each other on, I'm for that. Yeah. They ain't hating, they ain't talking down, I'm all for the New Dallas, man.
Wow. Well, what was wrong with the old Dallas?
Egos, pride, that alone will take people down. Like,
Okay.
you know, and then when there is no common ground as far as a mutual respect, you know, you can't tell him nothing, he can't tell him nothing, everybody the big boss. Whereas we can see how that led, nobody won.
Dallas has been called in times past the Wild Wild West. Everybody, there is no gatekeeper in Dallas. There is no leader in Dallas. Everybody man for itself. We don't have no J Prince, or we don't have no Birdman, Master P. We ain't got no leader of the new school. We ain't got nothing going for us structure when it come down to the way people move here in the music and in the streets. Is that something you agree on or no?
No, I don't agree with that. I know it's a lot of individuals in the city of Dallas who they words, it carry weight. As far as the music go, I know individuals that's in the music industry and they words, you know, it carry weight. But I always tell people, no matter who you is, once blood has been shed, it's hard to come back from that. So if we can stop this and prevent it before the blood is shed, then yeah, we can get a hold of it. But now once somebody done been shot, somebody done got killed, people done houses done got shot up, that takes things to a level to where.
And the reason it's funny you said that, because when you look at Pac and Biggie, when Biggie died, when Pac died, when the killings were going on, the South was rising up. Am I right?
Correct.
And you've seen that because of bloodshed.
Bloodshed.
So do you think that helped the city or hurt the city when something like that happened, as far as the movement of the music? Because sometimes when people die, like Martin Luther King or somebody, or Malcolm X, it's a movement and it helps the situation. People start focusing on the fact of that man stood for that, and I'm going to stand strong on what I believe. But what does it say when it comes back to our culture and the music today?
So Martin Luther King, he didn't die in vain. He died, and 50, 60 years later, his legacy is still standing. We still talking about if I got a dream. We still talking about the dream, you know. Okay, whereas other individuals, you died and now what?
Yeah.
You can look at somebody like Mo3. Yeah, bro, you lyrically, you a great rapper, all those good things. You got all these accolades, but now you dead. What was it for?
Yeah, I think I heard Go Yayo say, man, couldn't nobody out rap that nigga.
Yeah, Lil Homie, listen, Lil Homie can rap. I mean, the man, squad business, great. But what does that mean today in 2025? You're no longer here with us. Your family suffering, they family suffering. Like, in that whole equation, nobody won.
Nobody won. In
the whole equation, all parties involved have taken a loss. All parties involved right now in 2025 are non-void. Like, where are any of these guys at? And it's going to affect them for the rest of their life. Whole thing. It's going to affect not only them, but their families as well. No. It's going to affect their families, their kids. I just don't see no point in it, I guess you could say. I didn't see no, like I say, Martin Luther King died. I can see why, you know, that had to take place in order for the dream to become what it is in 2025. You know, his death wasn't in vain. Whereas these guys, and death doesn't necessarily just mean you being put in the earth. Being put in the dirt. Death can be your career is over with. Death can be you going to prison for the rest of your life. Like, so just because one of them, you know, got killed and in the dirt, that don't mean that the other ones is living. No, they alive, but they dead on the inside. Yeah, but they have a chance to now become alive if they're still living, compared to somebody who's in the dirt. You ain't got no chance for nothing. It's totally ended. Yeah, but I ain't gonna lie to you. When you get to TDCJ on Cofield and Beto, when it's 110 degrees out there and them people tripping with you down there, you'll go to feeling like, I wish I was dead. I know guys who would rather be dead than sitting in prison. They've been sitting in prison for 30 or 40 years. But I heard of people who come out of prison and commit a crime just to go back to prison because that's the only life they know. They've been in prison so long that when they come out here, they feel like a fish out of water. They're like, I prefer to go back to prison. Yeah, so I think I probably only came across one or two of them people in my lifetime, because it's nothing inside of them prison walls that's going to entice me to get back to it. Nothing. It's my worst day in society can't be sitting in that day room. Nothing compares to sitting in the day room. I tell dudes this all the time. when I'm sad or depressed, I'm frustrated or things ain't going my way, I always tell myself, yeah, but it's better than sitting in the day room waiting on shift change.
That's right.
Listen to what I'm telling you on this, Mr. Jamaica. The guys are coming here on these interviews and they'll talk that big boy talk, but when they get down south and they sitting in them day rooms, they'll have a completely different attitude.
For people like me who don't know what it's like sitting in a day room, explain that feeling that you're talking about. Explain what happens. Explain, because a lot of people watching don't know what you're talking about.
Ooh, they don't want to know either.
I know, but explain it. Tell me.
When I say sitting in that day room, I'm talking about sitting in there yearning, hoping and praying for freedom. You sitting in that day room trying to figure out who finna work. You hoping and praying that they finna put an officer over here that's gonna allow us to stand up in the day room and watch TV. You hoping that they put an officer over here that ain't finna be up in here tripping with us about us, that they ain't tripping with us about eating in the day room. It's really hard to put in words the turmoil and the impact that an individual deal with and face when they sitting in that day room, Ms. Jamaica. That day room is a whole totally different monster, a whole totally different beast. And these boys be talking that talk, and I be like, man, they not ready to sit in that day room.
So so there's not like certain rules that everybody's allowed to do this in day rooms. It just depends on the officer that's over y'all that day.
That day, yeah. It's certain, granted, it's certain rules and regulations for each area or whatnot. But I'm telling you, Ms. Jamaica, the day room is not where nobody wants to be sitting at. I'm telling you what.
And everybody has to go to the day room.
Now, you ain't got to, but you going to get tired of sitting in that cell.
Yeah.
You going to get tired of sitting in the cell, so you only got a handful of places you can go. Mm-hmm. The day room, the rec yard, the chow hall, and back to your cell. You don't have like a multitude of options here.
One thing you going to do is get counted, too. You will do countdown. That's what you're going to do.
You know what's going on.
You going to do countdown.
Is it count?
What?
What if that count don't clear, E?
Oh, man. It's going to be problems, man.
Rack it up.
Rack it up. It's going to make time harder than you ever. The thing is, man.
That's what happened in New Orleans. The count time didn't match.
Well,
they knew, counted and the 10 was missing.
But I probably would have told it on them niggas and counted. Niggas went out that hole, man. I'm still
because
here.
You're mad that you didn't go.
I'm still here because I'm going home.
Ain't no way. If it's me, ain't no way I would have ran. And I know I ain't. Only way I'm running now. If you got murder cases and stuff like that,
you got 4 life sentences,
okay, you gonna take off. But them guys who ain't finna get that kind of time, man, you losing your mind.
You better know
man,
it.
And listen, not only is you finna get some more time, right? The way you finna do that time, you finna be locked down 23 hours a day. Like, you not even finna get the opportunity to do your time the regulation way, like going to the day room, getting the chance to go to reg, mingle and mix with everybody, play you some dominoes, have you some camaraderie up in here. But them people finna isolate you, lock you behind a door. Ain't nobody gonna see you or talk to you for the next 10 years.
Wow. Down
there in Angola. They went straight to Angola.
The thing you got to understand, man, when you start to deal with prison and that day room and riding in that day room, because you riding, you gonna ride. If you talking to somebody, you chilling, are you watching TV? But one thing you ain't gonna do is not mind. These niggas be playing games.
Yeah, they be talking that big
you
boy
will
time.
Get naked. I tell you to.
They come in here with y'all in Jamaica, and they come sit in front of y'all do these interviews. I know what's going on. I can't speak for every prison around the country, but in the great state of Texas, you gonna mind.
You know what? I gotta ask you a question because I just thought about this. I've heard that conjugal visits one person said conjugal visits are only allowed in LA, in California. You understand what I mean? It's not allowed in all prisons. But someone from California, OG, said that it's allowed in every prison. You just got to pay some money. Is that true?
Boy, in the great state of Texas, you get caught doing anything conjugal, it's a done deal for you. That's a wrap.
He said even in Texas, you just got to pay $50 and that's all you need.
Them lies. Ain't no conjugal visit going on in the state of Texas. I don't know about no other. I'm talking about in the Texas Department of Criminal Justice. Ain't no conjugal visit going on. And if you get caught doing a conjugal visit, you're going to get some more time.
They give you time for that.
Yes.
Man, listen, man. Man, we got something that we want to present to you today, man. We've been working on it, man.
What's going
and,
on?
Yeah. We got my boy C-Ray.
C-Ray.
You know what C-Ray in the room is going down, man.
C-Ray, what we got?
Hey man, we
Scoot over a little bit, right there in the middle. There you
What
go.
C-Ray got going on here?
Hey, well, we want to do something, man. You big reform, it's big movement time. You know what I'm saying? You've always showed love to Boss Talk, and you was like, hey, we got to make sure we get Brewster, get him straight. So this is what we
definitely, man.
Let's see what y'all come up with.
Man. This is what
Let me see what y'all come up with. Oh no!
Oh man, that's it.
Oh
That's it
no!
right there.
That's it. Oh no! That's pressure.
You know, I got the
big
big. You know,
reform.
you know, find that heat, that smoke,
Oh man, that's it.
baby. You hitting them with it. You
See,
know what I'm
right.
saying?
Boy, that's it.
Hey man, we got
Ooh,
we
Boss Talk,
we
man.
keep you motivated to do what you doing. You know
Man,
what I'm saying? While you uplifting everybody and showing how to make change after you done did your time. You know what I'm saying? And you doing it wisely, brother.
C-Ray, they're going in the office.
Yes, sir.
Boss Talk.
Man.
I know y'all love me. See, now y'all, hey man, don't tell me you love me. Show me you love me.
C-Ray a beast too, man.
C-Ray,
Like he
that
don't,
look good,
he never
man.
come up short, man. And he do this so graciously, bro.
See, say man, you square business.
Yes, sir.
Oh man, so how can I help you? Let me be of service to you.
Hey man, just keep doing what you're doing. Like I say, I like giving roses when it ain't just everybody. I mean, C.Ray on Instagram, but I don't do this for everybody. We do it for people who are valued and are worthy of this. You know what I'm saying? This is something that it's like an award. You know what I'm saying? Along with the awards that they do.
Man, that's
but
it.
This is a form of artwork, just showing from my craft to your craft. What
Say.
you're doing is an art form as well, brother.
Thank man,
'Cause a lot
I
of people
appreciate
can't do
you.
what you do and speak and talk and have lived their testament, and you doing it, dog. I seen you in Vegas on the strip where Pac was at. Yeah, I mean, you always working with it, man.
That's
so
right.
that's what it's
New York,
always.
Vegas, wherever.
Say man, go download the Boss Talk app, man. Go, hey, you need to be following my boy C-Ray. You need to download the Boss Talk 101 app.
Yep.
Man, they showing major love.
Man, sit that thing over there in that seat.
Now that's one with me. That
No, we can see it while I'm talking to you.
Oh
if
yeah,
don't
you
mind.
come talk to me. That's one with me.
No, we sit it right. Turn it where I can get it with that. There you go.
Hold up. Say, where my peep at? Can I give me a picture of this?
We
please?
gonna get you a picture.
Oh, okay.
We do all that. We doing
Say,
all
man,
that.
That's going up in the office.
He hit that thing right too.
Ooh,
hit that thing
C-Ray,
right.
man.
C-Ray a beast, man. Thank you so much, C-Ray.
C-Ray, man.
Wow, that hard, ain't it, man? Hey, you can't lie. That thing got you on point, man. He got you on point.
That's pressure, man.
He got you on
That
point.
pressure right
That
there,
boy
man.
got you on point, man. I
Say.
think that's what I love about this, man. Like seeing the love, you know what I'm saying, spread, bro.
They need, hey man, only way you get that, you got to go come to Boss Talk get that. You need to come on up here to Boss Talk.
Man, I know we went out there and did BGs and just all y'all, man. Look, Kiki C-Ray always working, man, and he don't mind giving, and that's the whole game. He always trying to show love, and you know you have to show love back. He do art galleries sometime. You got to support him and go wherever he go. You know, support him. That's what this is, a support system, man.
Man, they
Love
need to be
C-Ray,
rocking with
man.
C-Ray. Let me go find C-Ray, man.
Way more, cause
What's wrong, Miss Jamaica?
no,
Let me get the camera right there. Look.
yeah.
Man,
Let me go follow C-Ray.
gotta follow C-Ray, man.
You gotta follow
If you ain't
C-Ray,
follow
man.
C-Ray, you
Putting in
ain't, if
work
you ain't
like
follow
that, man.
C-Ray and you ain't getting down with his paintings.
C.Ray.art,
Man,
right? Is that what it is?
It's
Yeah.
C-Ray.
Is it?
Man,
C.Ray.art. Here it is. Make sure
that's
they
it.
can see it.
That's
Yeah.
it. And I'm gonna tell you something. When it come down to it, from you, Martin Lawrence, shoot, everybody, Kiki, I can keep naming. It's a bunch of people he done did this art for, bro.
Ice-T,
I'm just
Faison
Ice-T,
Love.
Faison Love. He done did a bunch of paintings, man. People locally in the city, man. I've seen him do everybody, man, and it's crazy that he work his butt off like he do, and a lot of it he just doing it just for the culture, bro. You know, he do all of it for the culture, but if you want to get a painting from him, all you gotta do is hit him up in the DM, man, and tell him what you're trying to do, and he gonna come through. You see how he get down.
But you see how he got that Brewster piece hidden?
Oh, there, I seen it.
Yeah.
I seen
Exactly like how the chain is.
Man, I think that's the dopest
Big
thing.
reform, man.
Man, when you think about it, man, like I said, you one of those guys, man. You know about the stuff that's been going on with all the stuff in Dallas, and I'm not gonna get too far in detail with it. But when you see somebody get, brought up to anything for any case, and they trying to take you to trial or anything like that, how serious is the state of Texas? Because I've been there. That's the only reason. I've been through a lot, so I know it's not a game. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, nah. So let me say this, and let me go on record saying this: the great state of Texas is not to be played with, under no shape, form, or fashion. Me personally, if I know I had anything to do with the crime, I was involved with it, I knew anything about it, I'm gonna be trying to plead and get me some time to come back home. But all that thinking you John got it and finna go in there with the half-stepping, you'll go in there and get a life sentence, man.
Wow. And
like no cap. Like,
how many guys have you seen try to fight to get their life back after they go through that?
Man, I know a million guys sitting in prison waiting on an appeal.
Yeah.
And I tell people all the time, man, by the time that appeal come up, bro, you gonna be done 25 years.
How important is that jailhouse lawyer in there once you get in there, once he goes to work?
Boy, that jailhouse lawyer talking about nothing, man. Listen, you finna listen to that dude that's in that jailhouse, he finna get you 1,000,000 years talking about, now we can beat it on appeal. Man, by the time the appeal come around, bro, I done did 25 years. Listen, man, if you know you had something to do with it, you was involved, you participated, anything along them lines, man, send your lawyer in there to go get you something that you can come back home on.
Yeah.
Because if you go in there half-stepping, I promise you, the great state of Texas will give you a life sentence.
Man, we see, and they just did his case right now. And this is federal, but you see how the guy came yesterday. I think it's Brendan or whatever, but he came and basically he was the little white kid that got arrested he had the drugs on him. They caught him with something on him when they busted the Diddy all of his places.
Okay, I ain't know nothing about it.
Okay, well he came in there yesterday, and I'm going to a point here. Now now the defense say they may do something next week. They trying to get this thing wrapped up before Independence Day, so they're trying to wrap it up right now so they can all go home. You know how that be.
Oh yeah.
So they all trying to figure this thing out now. Now he got defense saying it may take them 2 days and they gonna close. Should Diddy be worried?
Yeah. Anytime that you sitting in that courtroom in front of them people, man, you better be worried. I don't care how much money you got. I don't care about your prestige, how famous you is. When you in that courtroom with them people sitting on the side, them jurors, and that man sitting up there, it's serious.
I never seen him just take a juror like number 6 and say he got to go. They just kicked the juror off because he say he didn't his demeanor or something. He stayed over here, stay over here, some crazy stuff, and it was a brother too. They took him off. I told somebody on the show yesterday. I said that might have pissed the other jurors off because they've been together for a month. You never know how this thing is going in their head in that while they in that jury.
Man,
you know what I mean?
I ain't gonna lie to you, E man. In my dealings with the system, man, you just that trial, man, going in that courtroom, man. Listen, man, you better be for real when you walk in that courtroom because they square business. Listen, man, they not playing at all.
No game.
They not playing.
So, Lil Durk.
Your homie got a problem on his hands.
He ain't been able to get out. No money can get him out. No bond. I remember Diddy offered $50 million. They didn't even want that.
Say, I always tell people, keep on campaigning. You'll get elected.
Wow.
You campaigning that riding and sliding, and you campaigning like your big boss and all that. You done got elected. And when you go in that courtroom, when you get elected, they deal with you like you've been elected too.
But the thing you gotta understand, man, and this is so real. You've been a victim of the system. You know what I'm saying? You've been victimized by the system.
I've had to deal with it.
Like I know that they're not playing.
Oh, right? It's not a game.
And when you've been through this system, you know how to approach it now. You've been to it and through it. Even if you was framed for something you didn't do now, it'd be a hell of an approach because you know how you got to deal with the system.
Even if they was to frame me, I just don't know about that trial situation, man. I'm telling that trial situation get you thrown away,
when
man.
You be sitting up in there and you trying to once they find you guilty. Yeah, listen, and now you got to wait for deliberation. Take it. Now listen to me. Once that part come, now that's a whole nother thing. And federally, they don't just come back and say we gonna sentence you now. They might wait now another 6 months. Yeah, that's the part that's really like. It can be a lot going on here, man. The only thing, if Diddy was to get going back to Diddy, he want to get in there now because Trump got a chance to let him go. Trump be letting people go, man.
I feel you, but I'm not taking no chances with Trump, with the jury, with nothing.
Now he got to deal with it, is what I'm telling you. Yeah. I'm looking from like what Diddy dealing with. Diddy got to deal with the fact that now, if I'm found guilty, ain't no better president to be in there right now
than Trump. But let me say this too. My perspective also comes from me not having millions of dollars having to go up against this thing. So now, if I'm somebody like Diddy and I got hundreds of millions of dollars,
Trump over there, bro,
then I may be willing to go in there. Like if I'm Lil Durk, if I'm these guys and I got hundreds of millions of dollars, that means that I got the best legal team in the world. Now, if I got the best legal team in the world, the best defense in the world, then I may be a little bit more inclined to go in here and deal with this here. But from what I know, with the lack of resources and funds, man, won't go in there playing with them people.
I'm glad you said that because Ann Kirkpatrick came when them guys got out. Now, she recently came and did a press conference, and she told them if they'll turn themselves in, she'll get them appropriate public. Appropriate
it don't matter. Nah. Man, them people ain't coming like that.
No, she said if they would, she would make sure.
It don't matter what they finna offer them two right there, man. Them men, they already was going to prison for the rest of their lives. Why would I be giving myself to you?
So why would she make that speech? I don't get it, man.
She want to make sure they know, hey, man, we're going to give you proper legal representation. We're going to give you everything you're supposed to have. But when we catch you, it's over with.
So if we catch you wrong, you might not make it in here is what she really was trying to tell them on the code.
It what?
If I catch you out here wrong, if it become to a thing where we don't know what you got and we run up on you.
Oh yeah, they'll
that's what you were trying to. I think that's what you were more trying to get to.
So make sure that them two know now. Now when it's showtime, you better have it on your mind.
Cause they coming with it.
Oh no, they ain't coming to do no playing. They looking for them two. And when they find them,
if they find them.
Man.
They might not find them man.
So they might not. But let me tell you
this. If they do.
Boy, if they do. And when they do. Because the probability of them staying just free like that, man, they got to be trying to leave America, man.
Yeah.
I looked it up. I looked it up to see if anybody has ever escaped and not been caught.
There's been a few.
And there have been. You understand what I mean? So this is not impossible.
Man, this is America. I'm telling you, man, when them people on you, though, Miss Jamaica, man, it's a different life when them people is really on you like that.
Especially in today's day and age when people can have sex change and everything else to try to hide who they are.
Yeah, but they better be.
That DNA right there with you. I don't care how you sex change, that DNA.
Yeah, but listen.
They can't go around DNA testing every single person in the United States.
You get caught up and you slip any kind of way.
All they just got to do is don't slip up.
Yeah, and this is what everybody don't know. They already got a lot of leads and a lot of stuff that they ain't even exposing to the public.
Right.
But I'm telling you, it ain't no that they just gonna let it go.
What, man? Great analogy. I want to ask you about Big X the Plug though. He's doing great. He's, to me, one of the premier guys in the South right now. Ain't nobody really moving like Big X the Plug to me. Am I seeing it wrong when it come down to his movement?
Big X. I mean, I mess with his music. He cool and whatnot.
The overlook of how people from, like, if you looking at music and you look down upon the music scene commercially, dealing with everything that you seeing out of the South right now, who's doing things on another level than what he's doing?
No, I get that to him. Homie taking care of his business. What I like is that my biggest things with our rappers, especially the ones up out of Dallas, man, we gotta shake the drama. We gotta shake the beef. We got, you know, it don't do you no good to get her only to fall back down. Wow. I want you to get up there and stay up there. Go on, take the city to the next level.
Yeah, I think he got a guy named Hood and Rosama for sure. Rosama has been with him from the very beginning. He's got a lot of different people that he's investing to in his group. I like what he's doing with his guys. You know man, I mean?
Big X, man, homie putting on.
Yeah, and he bought him a house. So I'm like, for people to see that, and to see that the work's not in vain, because so many people, Bruce, want to be rappers. Have you ever seen such a rapper climate? Like all these...
He say rapper climate.
Think about that. The climate that we in where everybody wants to rap.
Everybody want to rap.
And all of them think they going to make it.
It's crazy because when I'm out in public and I'm different places, people be thinking I'm a rapper. And I be like, boy, I can't rap a lick. I can't rap a lick, you hear me? But my partners, though...
They get down.
They get on. I can get some boys on this line. I can get the Don on the phone, man.
Yeah.
You know,
I done seen people made them quit their career almost when I put that LD 300 in. Nigga thought he was really rapping, come down here from out of state. I ain't gonna say their name, two brothers. I told LD, I put his in. Them niggas ain't really want to even rap no more.
See people like LD, he can really rap. Bro sat in them day rooms for years. I'm talking about perfecting to where LD somebody that can.
And it's up.
And it's up. So, you know, put him in a studio with some real beats and music and, you know, it's up.
It's a whole different
That's one of the reasons people like IRD, I be so proud of them, because I be knowing, man, I know a million people that was in them prisons beating on them tables and got out of prison and ain't done nothing. IRD really got out and went with his move.
Wow. That's crazy now that you said it, because I remember niggas used to be with the pen and the, you know, but I don't know if since they ain't writing no more, do they still let them keep the pens and stuff?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, man, them boys, man, come on, man, that's TDCJ. They very creative in there. They got all kinds of ways to make noises and music and tones and beats and man.
Man, I think, man, the one thing I can say about you, man, is you be traveling a lot, man. How do you pick which city you gonna go to next? What is it, because the city reaches out to you? I know when me and you talk, you was in New York one while, you know, you be in Vegas, wherever you go, you trying to basically help the reform movement. Like, how do you pick where you go next?
I really just don't pick. They be booking me. I get booked for different speaking engagements, to make guest appearances, to be on panels. I just do so much different stuff, you know, ain't no telling where I'm sudden to be. Then I'm connected to a lot of different artists. I'll be in New York messing with Jim Jones.
Yeah, I see
I'll be in Houston messing with Key. Sure. I'll be out there in Atlanta messing with Big Bank. You know, I'll be out there in Vegas messing with BG. It could be a variety of different reasons why I'm somewhere.
Wow, I just thank God for you, man. I think we need more people like you.
I appreciate it.
We could help our people, man. Because people don't realize when you look in that prison system, I always say 70%. I don't care what they say. It be a bunch of brothers in there, man. No, I seen them, bro. I was like, what the hell is going on in here? It's 70% of these niggas in here, man. 70%. All our people is in here, man.
Yeah.
You ever think about that?
Oh, no,
from prison to prison, all them brothers is in there, bro.
Now, make no mistake about it. If you growing up in the hood, man, I tell all the little homies this, make no mistake about it. It's only two ways to this ending, bro. That's prison and death. I don't know too many people who done successfully survived the streets without enduring getting shot up, you know, getting robbed. I got a partner, I'm talking about, was getting money for years, never had a problem. He didn't go to prison because he got caught. He went to prison because somebody tried to rob him, and when they robbed him, they shot him, so he was too shot up to be able to get rid of the drugs. He didn't go to prison because he got caught by the laws. He went to prison because some dudes was trying to rob him.
Wow.
So it's so many, you know, variables that come with it, and so many ways to lose. I tell people, man, you be surprised, but believe it or not, you gonna come out better just getting a job.
Just getting a dang job. Don't even worry about it.
Man, the same amount of money that you risking your life and your freedom for, you can just go to a warehouse, bro, and go work 50 to 60 hours and same results.
Same results. And the one thing you always see, man, is brothers, man, they, like I said, we can make a whole bunch of excuses, man, but like just seeing just a regular working dude, man, what's wrong with that?
When I was in prison, we used to have this little saying, man, all the lames and the squares, they free. I need to be a lame and a square, man, because they still free.
Yeah.
All the guys that wanted to be gangster and bad and big time, they was either in prison with me or getting killed.
Ain't that something? In prison or getting killed. And that's the crazy part about it, man. And I ain't never seen nobody. Man, listen, man. Eating in 5 minutes, man, that get old, bro.
Boy, eating, man, showering with all these dudes.
That get old.
Laying in the cell with this dude. He in here farting and all kind of stuff. He got to put a line up.
Because he killing.
Come on, man. I be telling these dudes, man, you pump faking. They ain't never told you to bend over, squat, and cough.
Oh, there it is. There it is. Yeah, it gets very intense, man. When it come down to comedians, man, who you listening to? I always like to ask that too.
My boy Dub. Trash.
Just here yesterday.
Dub, yeah, man. Yesterday. My boy Dub. That boy Country Wayne.
Yeah, yeah.
And I'm gonna go with Dub. Country Wayne, man, I ain't gonna lie, Desi crazy.
Desi crazy.
Desi crazy. And Dub, Country Wayne, Desi. Man, I can't think of his name. E-Realist. I think he from Alabama, Mississippi or something.
He pretty good.
From the South.
Yeah.
Is it E-Realist or E-Real? My boy Dub, man.
Dub been killing the game.
Come on, man. You gotta love somebody like Dub, man. Dub come from the trenches with this here, man. I remember we was at my yard one time. I had brung Dub out there to the yard.
Okay.
We was messing with the trucks and stuff. So we just out there chopping game, man. And Dub told me he was finna do this. At my yard. Next time you talk to Dub, tell him, say, man, Brewster told me that y'all had a conversation on his yard out there. I had brung him out there to see the 18-wheelers and all that stuff. And he told me, hey, man, I'm finna lock all the way in and go up, man. He was like, man, I don't care about who support me and who don't. I don't care who gonna help me, who ain't. I don't care about no gatekeepers or none of that. I'm telling you, man, this is what I'm focused on. This is what I'm doing. Dub told me that at my yard.
Wow. That's crazy.
Bubba Dub told me that at my yard, probably about 3 years ago, 4 years ago,
yeah,
at my yard.
Do you, and when you see that, it ain't, you don't see that all the time. That's what, like, it's uncommon to see a person say, I'm gonna do this, and bam, they do it like that.
Yeah, nah, man, he had the conviction though. Cause you know he got to see. People don't know. Bubba Dub got a CDL license.
Yeah, I know.
Now let me advise you this though: do not let him drive your truck, cause he's trash. Do not let him drive the truck. Man came out there to my yard, bro. I'm talking about I put him in the truck. We drive and we got back. He was talking about where his check at. Then when we in the truck, he talking about I need to stop by my baby mama house so she can see. I told her, man, look out, get the truck to the yard.
I love it, man.
Yeah, man,
he really a comedian, ain't he?
He's a comedian.
You like, man, you need to go follow that comedian.
Say, I told Dub, take my truck back to you. He like, hold up, man. Want my baby mama to know I'm working, but not in this truck, Dub. Take my truck to the yard, man.
Boy, you ain't worth $5
Man, Dub can't drive that truck. I'm like, how you get this CDL? I work for it. How you get this CDL? I say, Dub paid for that. Man, he ain't really moved no truck and no trailer, man. Dub, I don't know how he got that CDL though. Yeah, he paid for that. Dub paid for that CDL, I'm telling you, man. I just seen him about a week ago in somebody else's truck. I said, see, they think he really know it. Dub know what he doing. He don't know.
Dub gonna be on that stage, though.
Man, keep him on that stage. Get him away from them trucks, man. I say, I always see Dub messing with these goddamn trucks. You know, I had him out there messing with mine. Yeah. Man, bag the truck in. I say, Dub, what's up? He say, so where my check at? Dub, you delivered one load.
That's wild, man.
What's wrong with you? I say, yeah, buddy.
I love it, man.
That's a front, though.
That's a front.
That CDL, he paid for that.
He had to,
Boy, Dub know what he doing in them trucks. To everybody that's watching who got a truck, do not let Bubba Dub mess with your 18-wheeler.
Man, let me get you back to the rap, man. When it comes down to rap and people who do rap, when you listen to rap, is there an age limit?
No. Ain't no age on game.
So basically, if you rap and you good at it, you can go till you get tired.
You better know it.
And your people gonna follow you.
If it's some substance behind it.
Man, I seen P come in, and that's what convinced me. P come in, we were together. Man, them folk went crazy in them damn bandanas and
Yeah, man, you know,
camo,
man,
didn't they?
if there's some substance behind that music, man, it don't matter how old you
When I
is.
seen Key down there, man, all them folk coming out when we were down there, man, and he got on that stage and went to after we got out the elevator. You know what I'm saying? After we got out
It's
there.
crazy that you brought that up. I just told a dude, man, I got stuck on the elevator with Kiki, Boss Talk. They talking about, nah. I said, man, Key finna go do a performance, man.
We didn't know
I'm
we
talking
were gonna
about-
make it.
We didn't, man, for real. We thought we finna have to cancel the performance. We was stuck in the
She
elevator.
didn't know we was stuck. She was over there chilling.
I really thought that they was playing until I'm like, nah,
You see how I was looking. I said, uh-oh. We had too much
you
weight
gonna
on
be
there.
meddling.
We had too
It
much
was-
weight.
it was
I was
too much
mailing
weight.
before. It got serious. All that mailing and all that gangster stuff.
It went out saying.
I'm tell you something. Everything that I knew that to be what it was,
Yeah.
I was messing with some niggas in there. Some big cocky, strong niggas that were. I said, oh, them niggas lost all their gangster.
Yeah, say we thought we was stuck up in that elevator like that.
Hey,
We had to really call
he
them
got to
people.
sweating and rubbing his back on my. I said, what is
Say,
this?
my boy Key say, man, I got a show. How we get caught in here? Man, we got people really. He's supposed to be on stage.
I know. I was over there.
Yeah, man.
I say, man, and I was like, damn, is we gonna make it out? Like, you know, are they gonna have to call the fire department? Because sometimes is it gonna be 3 hours?
I said, man, whoever would have believed that we would get stuck? And all of us is stuck in the elevator, and bro's supposed to be on stage performing right now. Key did like this. Man, let me talk to them people. Move out the way. Key was chilling at first until he saw it was for real. He saw we was really stuck. He say, hey, man, get out the way. Let me talk to these people. Hey, what's going on?
Say, man, listen, I got the footage. You know, this probably gonna be the first time the footage pop back up. It's gonna be there. You gonna get to see the insight. You know, I did a little bit of it. I'm gonna show you some frustration of some guys, unless they can stop me. And I didn't get no consent from them, but I got footage on some facial expressions.
We couldn't believe that it was. I thought y'all was playing until when I felt it.
It said boom.
I said, oh, nah, this for real. Key was like this. Oh, nah, we good. They gonna come get us.
It got serious quick.
I'm talking about within 2 minutes, ain't nothing moving. Key say, yeah, get out the way, man. What that button? Let me hit the buttons in there, man. I got to show. What is these people doing? We end up having to climb out of there.
We did. We climbed
We had
out.
to climb out.
Yeah,
we had to lift
it-
each other up to get up.
Yeah.
I was like, man.
Yeah, I let Key go first, but it was hard, man.
Who was the last person out?
It wasn't me. I was second. I was right after Key. I let Key go for me. But I'm telling you right now, I said, Key, I'm gonna let him go, man. But you know, I'm nervous now. I'm older. You know what I'm saying?
I say,
I
bro,
thought we go oldest person go first.
man. I say, bro, got hundreds of people
Yeah,
out there
people
waiting on him like
We-
this, and this man is stuck inside the elevator.
Yeah.
I say, yeah, but
It was
I
tough.
often tell people if I didn't live my life, I wouldn't believe half the stuff that be happening.
Wow, man. Thank you so much for coming on the show. How can people get a hold of you?
Boss Man Brewster on all social media platforms. If you're looking to support me, go and cop some of that Reform gear. Reformgear.com,
And
man.
I seen it. Hey, we ain't talking. The website, man, is dope.
Yes.
Dope. He sent
Yes.
it to me. I said, yeah, that's it right there.
Yes, man. You looking to support the big reform movement, man? We can get our merch. You can get some of our books, our products. You can go to our YouTube, Big Reform TV. Man, support us, rock with us, because guess what we going to be doing?
Getting to it.
Impacting the culture.
Come on, man. Listen, man. Make sure you guys like and subscribe also and download Boss Talk 101.app. It's going down. And, hey, it's been another great segment
Yes.
of Boss Talk 101 where the bosses talk.
And we out.